CBS12 News This Morning.
Good Friday morning. I'm Eric Ruby. It's 8:55. We're following some breaking traffic news, so let's get over to Traffic Jam Sam with where the rough spots are right now.
Well, we're following this in St. Lucie County right now. This is heading into the Fort Pierce area. We did have a vehicle on fire on I-95 northbound near mile marker 122. So this is right near Midway Road. You can see here speeds down to about 6 miles per hour heading north. 2 of the 3 lanes on I-95 are blocked right now. So if you're traveling north, you can exit early at Crosstown Parkway or Gatlin Boulevard, and then you can connect to the Turnpike as an alternate this morning.
All right, thank you, Sam. Coming up next on CBS 12 News at 9, a live look right now at Palm Beach, where the president of China is waking up. The meeting between him and President Trump expected to happen this morning. We are live with all the details. And the new numbers just in on unemployment rate, the breaking news next on CBS 12 News at 9.
Good morning. It's Friday, April 7th, 2017.
Welcome to CBS 12 News at 9 o'clock. Here's what you are talking about. Historic meeting just hours away. Still no word from the Chinese president on those military strikes on Syria. We are live at Palm Beach with what's expected to happen.
Possible tornado damage. The National Weather Service expected to survey the aftermath of severe storms in our area. A close look at the damage left behind.
And that severe weather is now followed by dry air and a lot of sunshine. But a look at how the beautiful weather also means a risk of fires.
Dating deal breakers. Is a bad credit score a reason to end a relationship? That's what we're talking about.
But we begin with the CBS 12 Eye Opener. Your world in 60 seconds.
Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike.
He acted under his authority as Commander-in-Chief.
A deadly airstrike by the U.S. in Syria in response to that chemical attack.
A facility that was being used to gas and kill babies and children.
Just a few hours before President Trump announced that the U.S. had launched missiles, Hillary Clinton suggested doing just that.
I really believe that we should have and still should take out his airfields.
By the grace of God, these homes are leveled and devastated.
I thought it'd be strong enough to hold. I've never seen this kind of destruction.
Today, the National Weather Service surveying the damage in the Fort Drum community in Okeechobee.
The Democrats won for about an hour because then Senate Republicans forced an historic rule change to advance Gorsuch anyway. Well, it's like the saying goes, no, listen. It's like the saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, change the rules and now you win.
Your CBS 12 Eye Opener, presented by the new cbs12.com. CBS 12 News at 9 starts now.
Well, we need to begin the conversation this morning with breaking traffic news. Let's get over to Traffic Jam Sam, because some people not having a good Friday morning right now, Sam.
No, it is a parking lot out there in St. Lucie County right now on I-95, right heading into the Fort Pierce area. We did have a vehicle fire here on I-95 northbound near mile marker 122. That is right near Midway Road. 2 of the 3 lanes are blocked. You can see the red line here on the map. We're down to about 7 miles per hour. So if you are heading north, you can exit early at Crosstown Parkway, or if you want to exit a little earlier, you can do that at Gatlin Boulevard and then take Port St. Lucie Boulevard to connect easily to the Turnpike.
More breaking news just into the newsroom. The U.S. unemployment rate has dropped to 4.5%. That is the lowest level since May 2007. However, hiring slowed substantially in March, President Trump's second full month in office. America only added 98,000 jobs, according to the Labor Department. That just in. In 90 minutes, President Donald Trump and the Chinese president will be meeting at Mar-a-Lago for that historic meeting this morning. We have yet to get a response from President Xi on the overnight missile strikes in Syria, though. CBS 12's Kara Duffy joining us live at Palm Beach. That's where the Chinese president is waking up this morning. Kara.
Yeah, and President Xi certainly brings out a big crowd here in Palm Beach. Take a look behind me here. You can see supporters and a couple protesters already out here lined up along South Ocean Boulevard, trying to get a glimpse as the Chinese president makes his way to Mar-a-Lago. And the closer we get to that meeting, the more security we're seeing out here. Every few feet, there are deputies and police officers positioned, making their presence known and also doing their part to keep people behind these barriers. Now, in about 90 minutes or so, the two presidents presidents will be meeting for the final day of this summit. They are expected to cover some tough topics like trade and the growing threat from nuclear-armed North Korea. Meanwhile, we are told that we could be seeing more protesters as the morning goes on. We're going to continue to stay out here, and we'll have another check with you guys coming up within the next half hour. For now, reporting live in Palm Beach, I'm Kara Duffy, CBS 12 News.
Reactions still coming in this morning after President Trump takes on Syria from Palm Beach. A targeted strike killed 7 and injured at least 9 others in Syria at that air base. CBS 12's Melissa Howell joining us live near Mar-a-Lago this morning with the new information on these attacks. Melissa.
That's right. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad now responding, calling the U.S. airstrike irresponsible and reckless behavior. Now, while he is responding, Russia saying they vow to stand by Syria and help them improve and up their air defenses during this time. Now, what we know right now, so far, 9 people have been killed, 7 others have been injured. 7 people killed, 9 others injured in that attack where the U.S. launched 59 Tomahawk missiles over Syria. Now, the attack targeted a government airbase used to store chemical weapons. Now, according to reports from the Russian military, 6 Syrian jets were also destroyed during that airstrike. Now, the strikes come as retaliation following a chemical weapons attack against civilians in Syria. From Mar-a-Lago, President Trump addressed the public in a late-night conference. He did say that he wants to end the slaughter and bloodshed in Syria. Now, those showing support for President Trump's decision to take military action include Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. Those against it include Iran as well as China. We do know at this point, Russia, they are calling this a sign of aggression. The U.S. Secretary Rex Tillerson, he is expected to be in Russia next Thursday. For now, reporting live from near Mar-a-Lago, Melissa Howell, CBS 12 News.
Right now, the cleanup continues early this morning as homeowners pick up the pieces of what is left of their livelihood in Okeechobee. This is exclusive video from Sky Team 12 with our drone showing the damage done by the possibility of 2 tornadoes that may have ripped through this area yesterday morning. Let's get over to CBS 12's Kristen Chapman with an update this morning. It was almost exactly 24 hours ago that possible tornado touched down. Kristen.
That's right, Eric. This morning, homeowners are sifting through the debris, trying to find something that's left of their livelihood from this terrible destruction. You can see the damage is very extensive. That is where the home once sat. It was physically picked up and then thrown over here. Now everything they own is just in a pile of debris. However, there is one silver lining. The homeowner, Rodney Kemple, couldn't find his cat. The cat's name is Sewer Jax. And now that was after the potential tornado. This morning, she was found. We will have his reaction in just about a half an hour. Now, right now, there are 3 homes that are destroyed, 17 very extensively damaged, and 1 person is in critical condition. We'll bring you updates from the National Weather Service when they arrive later today to assess if this was from a tornado. Reporting live in Okeechobee, Kristen Chapman, CBS 12 News.
Well, sometimes it's hard to find the silver lining in those stories. So that's good news that pet was found. This is a live look at West Palm Beach, though, and wow, this weather. Beautiful. It is gorgeous if you like the cooler temperatures. Here is meteorologist Lauren Oleski.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fall-like day for us. It's exactly what I thought when I stepped out the door this morning, and I'm sure that's what some of you will be thinking as well. It's beautiful out there. Behind that cold front, very strong weather yesterday, but the weather is looking pretty nice. And we actually have very calm weather in store for us for the next several days. You'll see on Storm Track radar, there's literally nothing for me to point out to you. Now, it's much cooler than it was yesterday. 24 hours ago, Stuart, we're dealing with between now and 24 hours ago, we're 16 degrees colder. 14 degrees colder in Fort Pierce and up in Vero Beach right now. We are all still in the low 60s, 57 though in Indiantown right now. We'll take a closer look at the rest of your Friday and weekend. That's coming up in a few minutes, Eric.
Wildfire warning, massive flames still burning on the Treasure Coast. The other fire still burning just to our south, and the new warning for all of us this morning. And making a special visit where the 2 first ladies are expected to make an appearance in a matter of minutes. We are live.
Listen, it is possible to make 6 figures using social media. How one couple does it on Instagram, and which group of Americans lives the longest? Find out in the mashup.
We've had so much breaking news going on this morning. I've been forgetting to say this. TGIF, it is Friday, everyone. The weekend's almost here. Congratulations. Well, the mashup, Hollywood takes on sexual harassment. In the mashup, Chantel has the new ad campaign that you're going to be seeing a lot more of, Chantel.
Yeah, you know, we've heard the rumors about the casting couch. Now actors say it's a real thing. So David Schwimmer, remember him from Friends? He's making short films for a project called #That'sHarassment. It's drawing attention to harassment in Hollywood. And one A-list actress says just last year, she was told that she would get a job if she auditioned in a bikini. Okay, a young couple, they are traveling the world and loving it. Isn't this picture gorge? They're using Instagram and the money they make from it in order to pay for those travels. So here's how they get that Instagram income. That's what we're calling it. Basically, they only post pictures when they're paid thousands of dollars to do it. They have about 3 million followers between the two of them and relationships with enough tourism companies and brands to pull in six-figure salaries just for their travel pics. And so far, they're on the right path to a longer life. According to Time magazine, in this amazing ad they put up for us, researchers now say that looking at disparities in the U.S., they're finding that health gaps between the rich and the poor are widening. The richest 1% of Americans live an average of 10 to 15 years longer than the poorest 1%. That shows the importance of being able to afford health care there, Eric.
Big disparity. Thank you, Chantel. Remembering comedian legend Don Rickles.
We all should have his career and be who he was.
A look at the incredible career and how he will be remembered. Prom proposal, a teen from Arizona with a big question, why he staged this entire scene from La La Land just to get a prom date. Figure, depending on who you ask in the studio what the temperature is, you get a different response. You ask the meteorologist, Lauren Oleski, she says it's 64 in West Palm Beach where you're looking live. You ask Traffic Jan Sam, she says it's perfect. You don't have to turn on the car seat warmers, or did you this morning? She didn't. She's loving this weather. I am too. Car insurance premiums should be colorblind, but a new investigation by Consumer Reports and ProPublica reveals that drivers in some minority areas are paying significantly more. Here are the results of a Consumer Reports investigation. Otis Nash lives in the mostly minority Chicago neighborhood of East Garfield Park. He's rated as a good driver and pays almost $200 a month for his Geico auto insurance policy. Christopher Day, who is also rated as a good driver and lives 14 miles away in the mostly white Chicago neighborhood, pays around $115 a month for a Geico policy with more coverage for liability but less for comprehensive and collision. It's a disparity Consumer Reports and ProPublica saw time and again.
We looked at 34 different insurers in Illinois, and 33 of them had, on average, a difference between minority and non-minority neighborhoods of higher than 10%.
The price disparity based on zip codes is not just happening in Illinois. 3 other states, Missouri, Texas, and California, were also investigated.
I think what you could say based on these 4 states is that it certainly raises questions about what's going on nationally.
Now, the Illinois Department of Insurance called the methodology incomplete and says it does not tolerate discrimination. Geico decided not to comment for that study.
Here's a look at what you'll see in your news feed this morning. Comedy fans are mourning the death of legendary comedian Don Rickles. He died of kidney failure yesterday at the age of 90. Rickles was not only the king of insult comedy, but an actor and best-selling author. He was known for making everyone laugh, including Larry King, who started his career in South Florida.
What a cheap show. They can't even get the host to show up. Shut up, Larry. Get on with it.
Aw. And on-screen, Rickles was best known for films such as Run, Silent, Run Deep, The Rat Race, and he gave voice to Mr. Potato Head in the Toy Story films.
Richard Simmons returns to the spotlight. It may be closer than you think. According to the New York Times, Simmons' manager requested rights for merchandising opportunities, and the fitness guru may be willing to return back to the public spotlight to promote products involved with that deal. If it happens, it will be the first time that he's been seen in public since 2014.
Okay, you're gonna like this. Still no response from Emma Stone after an Arizona teen's promposal went viral. Check it out.
I should have done it earlier. but now I'll sing the song.
Okay, so he recreated the opening scene of La La Land as a way of asking the Oscar winner to prom. Stone is originally from the team's hometown, Scottsdale, I believe it is. So he's hoping she'll be around for that dance.
That's awesome.
And now we can put some pressure on her to make that happen for him. He put a lot of work into that.
That's crazy.
No pressure on you today, Lauren, because it's beautiful outside right now. 60s for most of us.
Yeah, sunshine. I mean, an easy weather day, if you will. However, we do have a fire risk out there because it's so dry and because we will be dealing with some fairly gusty winds today. A live look outside for you right now across West Palm Beach. Doesn't get much better than that. It's perfect out there. So you'll see on Storm Track radar, dry, clean sweep. Not much for me to point out to you. It's going to be much drier and much cooler out there for the day today. Looking pretty nice. All behind this cold front and all that area of low pressure is still bringing some showers and some snowfall to areas up in the northeast. But look how dry it is in the southern half of the country there. High pressure finally moving in behind this front. That's sinking air. So that's air pushing down. So we're not seeing anything rising. We don't see any clouds outside, maybe just one or two passing through. But we've got a strong northwest wind today. That's going to pull in some of the cooler temperatures for us. And should be, again, pretty nice out there today. You'll see on the hour by hour, nothing. This is 4:30 for you later on. Completely clear, completely dry, a lot of sunshine out there for us today. Into your Saturday, we're still looking pretty nice. You might see a couple of clouds, passing off the coast there. Winds will change direction just a little bit, coming in a little bit more out of the northeast into the day Sunday. That'll maybe send a couple more fair weather clouds on shore, but still expecting us to deal with some nice dry conditions out there. Hour by hour with those temperatures, there you see those winds surging out of the north. 3:15 for you this afternoon. We're in the mid-70s outside. You cannot complain about that. Almost a fall-like day for us out there. Breezy, sunny, very cool, very low humidity also, so really comfortable. 9:30 for you later tonight. Temperatures at that point into the 60s. Just after midnight, 12:30, we're down into the 50s. So if you're heading out later this evening, you'll want to dress warm. You can pull the boots out for sure. And then into the day tomorrow, we'll start off nice and cool again. We'll probably start off on the chilly side in the 50s even in a few spots before we head back to the mid-70s for the afternoon tomorrow. And still staying nice and breezy through the rest of your Friday. We'll be dealing with winds around 15 miles per hour or so. So nice and windy out there for you for the next couple of days. Let's check out that 7-day forecast, which still looks extremely nice. Mid-70s for today and tomorrow, maybe a degree or two warmer on Sunday. But look at the morning lows for Saturday and Sunday. A little on the chilly side. We'll be waking up in the 50s. So again, a light jacket, and maybe not a light jacket, maybe a heavier jacket to get you started both of those mornings if you do have an early start. Sunshine does continue into next week. You'll see we'll stay in the upper 70s as well. A little bit of a warm up, but overall not looking too bad, you guys.
Wow, I don't know if the president's going to leave.
I know, right?
Why should he, right?
It is a nice fall day we're having this April.
Here.
Certainly. Well, sitting down dangers, turning out working out doesn't offset the damage from sitting all day at the office. The one thing that you can do to undo the damage.
And slot machine fail. A gambler hit the jackpot for $100,000. Why he wasn't the one who got the money.
Radio stations, proud partners of the CBS 12 News Network, the one to turn to.
Welcome back, everyone. Taking a live look at the beautiful Jupiter Inlet. Take a look at the water and the sky. Gorgeous day out there, 64 degrees right now. Picture perfect. Pepsi lost a lot more than just publicity after pulling their new ad featuring Kendall Jenner. According to People magazine, the ad itself cost millions to make, and Pepsi pulled almost immediately that ad after releasing it because of all the backlash. The company has since apologized for the commercial. Many have called it tone deaf and even apologized to Jenner for putting her in a difficult situation. But check out what happens when a man at a city council meeting in Portland approached the mayor with a can of Pepsi.
Whoa. Not a good move. Not a good move. Thank you. Don't do that again.
Yeah, you saw him pull out the can of soda out of his pocket. Security personnel quickly took the can of soda and escorted that man out of the room. I don't think the mayor was joking around at all.
A more real-life version of the situation. Okay, this next story, very eye-opening for people who sit all day long. Researchers say even if we exercise regularly, eat healthy, and are fit, it's not going to offset the damage to your body from sitting. An inactive life stuck behind a keyboard means little to no variability in heart rate and blood pressure. So the easiest way to avoid those risks You got to stand up, stretch your legs once an hour at least, and always take the stairs instead of the elevator.
That's why I like this newscast. We get to stand and move around a lot,
Just
right?
a little bit, yeah.
Well, a man loses out on $100,000 after giving a friend his lucky spin. Ooh, the gambler at the Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale let his friend push the button on the double top dollar slot, which is $50 a push. The lights went off and he won the jackpot, or so he thought. Casino security saw that a woman actually pressed the button, so they gave her the money.
Hopefully she shared. There's more than enough to go around.
Wow, we need to follow up on that story because that is some days of our lives happening right there.
It really is, right?
Well, tracking severe weather damage, here is CBS 12's Kristen Chapman live.
Yes, homeowners sifting through what's left of their livelihood after a potential tornado rips through the area. What one homeowner found just a couple hours ago. That's next.
And we're about 1 hour away from President Trump meeting with the president of China. Coming up, we'll have a live look from Palm Beach Resort, where there are plenty of supporters waiting for the Chinese president to depart.
And is a bad credit score a deal breaker in a relationship? That's what we're talking about this morning. We want you to join the conversation with us on Facebook and Twitter. Remember the hashtag, it's CBS12Combo.
Lots of sunshine and a lot of dry air around as well, and it's going to be gusty, but that makes for fire danger. We'll talk about that coming up after the break.
Right now, CBS 12 tracking the aftermath of severe weather. You're getting a bird's eye view of possible tornado damage from Sky Team 12. This is the Fort Drum area in Okeechobee County. Homes there destroyed. Debris, you see it littering the ground. CBS 12's Kristen Chapman is live giving us a look at the damage and the families recovering this morning. We'll get to her in just a minute, but first we want to check in with meteorologist Lauren Oleski.
Thanks, Chantel. So behind that front, now we have a lot of very dry air in place, and it's very sunny, it's very windy. It's literally a perfect fall-like day for us, which seems fantastic. However, we've been extremely dry. The drought has worsened across the area, and that means we're at a high risk for some fire danger. So look at the 24-hour temperature change. We're 16 degrees colder right now in Stuart than we were yesterday at this time. 14 degrees colder in Vero Beach and in Fort Pierce. And look at those temps. Low 60s everywhere. 65 in Delray. Boca, you're at 66, but 62 in Fort Pierce. Vero Beach at 63. 61 in Stuart and in Port St. Lucie. Lots and lots of sunshine out there for you. Again, beautiful gusty winds out of the northwest right now. 12 miles per hour currently in Stuart. Wind at 12 miles per hour as well in West Palm Beach. 13 in Fort Pierce right now. But look at the drought monitor. Still dealing with severe drought across Okeechobee County and that moderate stage along the Treasure Coast. Abnormally dry in portions of Palm Beach County. Brings a fire risk. We'll talk more about that coming up in my next update, Chantel.
And right now I want to take you over to one of the areas hardest hit by that severe weather in our area yesterday, Fort Drum. This is Okeechobee County. CBS 12's Kristen Chapman is live on the ground there in Fort Drum. She has the National Weather Service information. Have they gotten there yet?
They have actually not gotten here yet. The National Weather Service should be here momentarily. Right now, homeowners are sorting through the rubble and what's left of their livelihood, trying to find anything that's salvageable, especially family keepsakes. You can see over here where that was once their home. It was physically picked up and thrown across the yard. You can look at this extensive damage. However, there is a silver lining here. The homeowner, Rodney Kemple, couldn't find his cat named Sewer Jax after the potential tornado. And then this morning around 5 a.m., she was found.
Oh, I was just dozed off in the truck and I heard a little, that meow, meow, real faint. I rolled down the window real quick and I called her name and then she got louder and she finally come around.
There have been 3 homes destroyed, 18 homes damaged, and 1 person critically injured. The National Weather Service will be arriving shortly to determine if it was in fact a tornado that ripped through this area. We'll bring you updates when we learn that information. Reporting live in Okeechobee, Kristen Chapman, CBS 12 News.
In just about an hour from now, President Donald Trump and the president of China will meet at Mar-a-Lago. CBS 12's Kara Duffy has been live outside of Oak Palm Beach all morning long, where there is a crowd waiting for the president of China to leave. That's where he's staying right now. Kara?
Yeah, that's right, Chantel. And these people have been out here since before the sun even came up this morning. Take a look behind me here. You can see the supporters lining the streets here at South Ocean Ave. Many of them rocking red, waving their Chinese flags with pride out here. Very exciting as they wait for the Chinese president to make a move this morning. Now, we did see a few protesters out here, but not nearly as many as yesterday. Security, though, that has been consistently tight. Deputies and officers positioned every few feet, making sure no one crosses the line. Now, just within the past 30 minutes or so, we have seen a stronger presence of what appears to be the Secret Service out here, indicating that President Xi could be making a move within the next few minutes or so. We're going to continue to stay out here and bring you all the updates throughout the day. For now, reporting live in Palm Beach County, I'm Karen Effie, CBS 12 News.
And this morning, First Lady Melania Trump and the First Lady of China due to arrive at Bach Middle School in West Palm Beach. We're expecting them there for a visit. Security is increased for their arrival. CBS 12's Thomas Forrester is there live right now, and so is the Secret Service. Thomas.
They certainly are. Chantel, I can tell you they've certainly ramped up security. So is West Palm Beach Police. So is their K-9 unit as well as their bomb squad. Take a look at the front gates here of this Bach Middle School. You can see West Palm Beach Police are there as I speak. Now, just 5 minutes ago, the Chinese press pool was escorted inside. Now, they won't give us an exact time the two First Ladies are expected to arrive. The school's band and chorus are expected to perform in concert. Obviously, it's a fitting choice for the First Lady of China, who has a strong background in music and is one of China's most prominent singers. Now, just a few minutes ago, we just panned over here. Take a look. We have supporters of the Chinese First Lady right here. They just arrived less than 2 minutes ago, and West Palm Beach Police did tell me that when the first two ladies arrive in the motorcade, it will shut down surrounding roads temporarily as they come into the campus of Bach Middle School. We'll keep you updated, and of course, we'll have another live report coming up on CBS 12 News at noon. Until then, reporting live in West Palm Beach, I'm Thomas Forrester, CBS 12 News.
And it is perhaps the biggest story of the day developing right now. The U.S. taking on Syria in response to the deadly chemical weapons attack on civilians, dozens of them killed earlier this week. That military strike launched this morning. Now, the Kremlin also speaking about those attacks. CBS 12's Melissa Howell is live from Mar-a-Lago on Palm Beach with the latest developments.
That's right, Chantel. While leaders from around the world shared their response to the U.S. airstrikes in Syria, most recently, the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying that he supports the U.S.'s focused efforts when handling what is going on in Syria right now. Now, according to Reuters, we know that the German Chancellor Angela Merkel and the President of France have also called for continued efforts to hold Syrian President Bashar al-Assad accountable for criminal acts. Al-Assad has responded to the U.S. airstrikes, calling it reckless and irresponsible behavior. Now, at this point, we do know that Russia also calling this aggression from the U.S. We do know U.S. Secretary Rex Tillerson, he will be in Russia next Thursday. For now, reporting live from near Mar-a-Lago, Melissa Howell, CBS 12 News.
And right now, there is a red flag warning in effect for our area for wildfires, any outdoor burning. Not recommended. This as a wildfire in St. Lucie County continues to grow this morning. Officials say lightning likely sparked the flames there. That fire up to more than 200 acres. At last check, just 50% contained. At this point, no homes are being threatened by it. And this morning, there's concern that fire could keep moving like this one in Pembroke Pines. See the pictures here? Those flames reached more than 1,000 acres. Everglades Holiday Park was forced to shut down for the first time in decades, and officials with the Florida Forest Service say no structures are in danger. The top two dating turnoffs for millennials: workaholics and credit scores. That's what we're talking about this morning. Here's Sam. She's got the mashup.
Who knew, Chantel? Credit scores. Anyway, that's what we're talking about. According to a new survey, a good credit score can make you more attractive. Take a look at this. There's even a dating site that matches you based on your score. It's called creditscoredating.com. So here's what we want to know this morning. Is a bad credit score a deal breaker in a relationship? And when is the right time to bring it up? We've got our poll up here on Twitter for you to check out. Pretty evenly split right now. 39% of you are saying their money, their problem. 36% of you are saying it depends. 25% saying absolutely. So join in on on Facebook and Twitter. Remember the hashtag, it's CBS12Convo.
The convo. Okay, morning commute chaos. The area in Palm Beach County that has worse traffic than Miami.
I know, this actually caused kind of an argument in the newsroom.
We're still fighting about it.
We'll have that. And step up that dating game, why it takes time to no longer take selfies solo if you should be adding a cat. Yeah, why you should be taking a selfie with the cat. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
We're going to find out on CBS 12 News at 9. Listen, we are days away from the YMCA Easter House drawing. The director of the event is here this morning to talk to us about this year's house. Good morning and welcome back. Taking another live look outside in West Palm Beach, right at the Belvedere curve, 64 degrees outside. It's nice. Okay, gentlemen, there's one thing you can do to make yourself even more attractive in selfies. Here's Eric with the Roby Files. This better not be about duck lips, Eric.
It totally should be, but it's not. Big fan of duck lips. But the tip is not holding the phone high in the air for the best angle with duck lips. No, this is even easier. Here it is, guys. You should be taking selfies with cats. Apparently it's the new thing and it works better than dogs when trying to grab the attention of a lady. The popularity of bros with cats is on the rise. In fact, there is even a new hashtag, Chantel, hashtag hot dudes with kittens.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, so no.
Well, but if it's a picture of it, I don't know.
Are you going to rent a cat, Eric?
I don't know, maybe. Well, how is your morning commute? One area in Palm Beach County has one of the worst commute times in the entire state, and I bet you can't even guess where it is. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, those living in, drumroll please, Loxahatchee. They have the worst average commute in all of South Florida. Can you believe it? On average, that commute is 40 minutes. That's nearly double the state average. And what surprised even me, that commute time in Loxahatchee even longer than those living in Miami.
That has nothing to do with traffic, though. I mean, maybe it's just a long drive from
distance.
Lox.
Yeah, but for me, it's like I get lost every time I get out there because of all the canals. It's like I can see where I can go, but the canal's stopping me.
Listen, send your hate mail to Eric Roby. I'll get you the email address.
People in Loxahatchee know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Listen, it's almost time for this year's Easter House drawing, how you can help the YMCA reach its goal, and an inside look at this year's house.
And it's what we're talking about this morning. Dating deal breakers. Is a bad credit score a reason to end a relationship? Join the conversation on social media. I'm sharing your comments after the break.
Welcome back, everyone. Following some breaking news now, we are just learning of a large truck that has been driven into a crowd in the Swedish capital of Stockholm. You're looking at one of the tweets that has been sent out by the BBC that's covering this breaking news. Right now, there's not a lot of information, but police on the scene say that there are many people that have been injured. Breaking news coming out of Stockholm that a large truck has been driven into a crowd in Sweden's capital. We'll continue to follow that as we get that information. Also, more breaking news that I just tweeted out. The Coast Guard in our area now searching for a missing cruise ship passenger. This is just northwest of the Berry Islands in the Bahamas. Also, new information just coming in. This is all we have right now, but we'll continue to follow those two breaking news stories for you. We'll keep you updated on social media, online, and on CBS 12 News at noon. We are now less than a week away from the drawing for the Easter House, and the YMCA needs our help because we are behind with ticket sales.
And we've got the director here, Robin Sutherland, just to talk about what the need is this morning. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
So we have a goal to reach. We got to get down to business and talk about it. How many more tickets do you need to sell?
We need to sell about 18,000 more tickets between now and Thursday. So we've got 6 days to go to win a beautiful new home this year. So.
Well, tell us about the home. What are we winning?
We're winning a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,700 square feet, a little bit more under air, and it's got in Sandy Oaks in Indiantown, and like I said, it's valued at $219,900 this year.
Oh, wow.
And you do really good things with the money from this raffle. This is really all about the kids in our community. So not only could you win a nice house, but you could help people who really need it.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's a win-win because you have a chance to win a house, but we're helping the kids and families on the Treasure Coast with any program we do at the Y. We offer scholarship. And so the scholarship funds go, this is what the funds go to, is to scholarship for swim lessons, sports, fitness, childhood, whatever daycare you need, that sort of thing.
Now, you can also get the cash. I'm seeing $110,000 if you don't necessarily want the house,
That's
right?
correct. If you don't want the house, you can take the cash and pay off your own mortgage if you have a mortgage now instead of taking the house.
Or part of it.
Or part of it, yeah.
In my case.
Well, there you go.
Calm the anxiety attack.
Let me dig the hole a little bit deeper, right?
So let's talk about the tickets a little bit. How much are they? How can we get them?
They're $10 a piece. The easiest way is ymcaeasterhouse.org or at 877-946-9622.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll make sure to get all that information up on our website. Anything else you want people to know about this project? Because it is something that, again, really helps our community.
Well, we're in our 30th year, so we've been going a long time. The project has raised over $12 million. We're trying to get to the $13 million mark this year with our goal this year. So it's important for everybody on the Treasure Coast. Most everybody has a Y story, and it does touch everyone's lives.
This fundraiser always seems to be a nail biter, but somehow you always pull it out. So I have faith in the community that will pull it out once again this year.
By God's grace.
Yes, there
All
you
right,
go.
I'm going to go get some raffle tickets now.
6 more days until the raffle,
It is,
right?
yes.
Okay, all right, we got to get to our computers and buy those tickets.
All right, let's check in with Sam, who's monitoring the convo to see what you're saying on social media. Sam.
Good morning, everyone. And this morning we are talking about dating deal breakers, specifically a bad credit score, because a new survey shows that the 2 top dating turnoffs for millennials, workaholics and credit scores. We'll show you the question one more time. Is a bad credit score a deal breaker in a relationship, and when is the right time to bring it up? We have just a couple of comments to share here with you this morning. The first one here is from Kelsey, who says, the credit thing makes sense in that bad credit in this economy makes it super hard to get an apartment or a house. So maybe they're concerned that they will have a hard time getting a place together later. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. We've got another comment here from Susan, who just says, smart kids. And then my favorite comment of the morning here is from Carson. And he says, I'm not a workaholic and I have a good credit score. What's up, ladies? If you're interested, give Carson a Facebook message. When you're done with that, check out our poll on Twitter. We're going to take another look at that after the break. In
That's
the
a great
meantime,
comment.
I know, right? We'll send it over to Lauren. We'll get a check on your forecast.
I think that might be my favorite one too, Sam. It's beautiful outside right now. We are nice and dry. We have a lot of sunshine outside. You'll see right here on Storm Track Radar, there's really nothing for me to point out to you all. But again, the dry air and the high winds bring us a fire risk for the day today. We'll talk about that in a second. Much cooler outside. Right now, we're about 15 degrees colder than we were 24 hours ago. We're all still basically in the low to mid 60s. High pressure has settled in behind this cold front. High pressure is when the pressure is really high, so we have a lot of sinking air. So that means we don't see anything rising. So we have no clouds out there, maybe just 1 or 2 fair weather clouds at times today. But expect a lot of sunshine and very blue, clear skies. It's breezy. So we've got breezy conditions with the dry air. And again, that brings a fire danger outside. And so because of that, we're under a red flag warning. This was the front that we were tracking yesterday. It has moved further off the coast. But basically what happened is what we're looking at here, these are our dew point contours, the measure of moisture in the atmosphere. Anywhere you're seeing this very light yellow color, almost this beige, which is pretty much all over our country right now, is very, very dry air. So behind a cold front, we get dry air. Ahead of it, we got a lot of humidity and very moist air. So as that front makes its way south, all of that very dry air slides into place for us. So our dew points drop. That's what makes it very comfortable outside. So when it's really humid and really sticky, we have high dew points. When it's really dry and comfortable, the dew points are very low, and they've dropped about 20 degrees in the last 24 hours. So because of that, we're under a very high risk of fire danger today. Red flag warnings are issued for pretty much the entire state, except for just a handful of counties on the far east western side, of the panhandle there. So low humidity, strong winds, fires can spread very easily today. Outdoor burning is not recommended today, and likely all weekend either, because of the dry humidity, the low humidity, if you will, that we'll be dealing with, along with those gusty winds. And this is in effect until later on this evening for our entire area, and again, like you just saw, for pretty much the entire state. But as long as you're not burning any fires outdoors, you should be able to enjoy this day. It's going to be very nice out there, a lot of sunshine, a little light breeze at times, around 15 miles per hour. Highs today only in the mid 70s. Extremely comfortable, bit of a fall-like day for us. Staying comfy through the weekend, getting a little warmer for the day Sunday. Staying chilly for your morning tomorrow and Sunday as well, but you'll see we'll head into the upper 70s through next week. Mornings waking up a little warmer too and in the 60s, but Eric and Chantel, you can't get any better than this.
I mean, especially in April. I
Right?
can't believe that's the forecast in April.
I'm
in South
loving
Florida.
it. This is why
fall we're having.
Yeah, that's
this
right.
spring.
All right, time to fill up your cup of coffee talk coming up next.
CBS 12 News outerwear is provided by Under Armour.
Welcome back, everyone. We continue to follow breaking news out of Sweden. You're looking at live pictures here where a news conference has just wrapped up. This is part of their news broadcast where a truck has plowed into a crowd in the capital of Sweden, in Stockholm. The new information is we have been able to confirm that 3 people have been killed, several more injured. This is a developing story. We will continue to keep you updated. These are the first pictures, live pictures from the scenes that we have seen. This is a shopping district. It looks like a very busy street where apparently a truck has plowed into numerous people. The death toll at 3 at this point. We'll continue to follow that one for you through the rest of the day. All right, let's move on to Coffee Talk now, where we are talking about Einstein the parent. Apparently, he is going viral this morning by showing off some of his incredible vocabulary skills on his 30th birthday.
Cry like a baby. What are you doing? Good. You fly on the spaceship and shoot the lasers? Gonna make everyone scream. That sounds evil.
That impressive bird became an instant celebrity after winning the title Pet Star on Animal Planet's hit game show back in 2006. The bird is a resident at the Knoxville Zoo, and he's 30 years old today.
Let's go on a trip and
Happy
visit him.
birthday.
He's pretty talented.
All right, now let's talk about the convo because he's 30. Marriage might be the next
Yes,
step.
right. So credit scores, apparently a deal breaker. I didn't even think about that, at least not initially. But that's what we're talking about this morning. So let's take a look at our poll and see what you're saying. On Twitter right now, you're pretty evenly split. 37% of you are saying it's their money, their problem. 34% of you are saying it depends, and 29% are saying it's absolutely a deal breaker.
But it's their money, their problem right now.
Right,
but as soon as you marry
Exactly,
them,
then
it
becomes-
is your problem.
I was going to suggest that you hit Eric up privately for some advice, but he just offered it up. So
That's
there you
right.
go.
No shame in asking.
That's true. And it's beautiful out there today. So if you have the ability to get outside, do it. Lots of sunshine, highs in the mid-70s, little breeze. Perfect. Fall-like weather.
We'll see you back here at noon, everyone. Don't forget to check us out anytime on cbs12.com. It really is pretty out there over West Palm Beach.